Right, so penultimate track, Winds of Change.
So that tune, I wrote the intro guitar riff for my band Boom Boom Brotherhood, and we played that at a lot of the gigs on the last year that we were together. And I remember playing it at Ramblin' Man when I played the blues stage at Ramblin' Man, and we came on and played that riff, but I didn't have the rest of the song. It was just this kick-ass riff, and then people afterwards saying that was really badass, you should write a proper song with that. So I did, and it's got that AC/DC vibe. I really like it. I think it's a really cool tune. It's got some great backing vocals on it. These guys will, you know, it'd be great to do that live. But it's one of those weird songs where it sort of evolved over time. So some of the other stuff was really quick to write, whereas you know that riff is 3 years old. But it's essentially about, you know, drinking, having a good time, and meeting somebody that you fall in love with, that kind of thing.
Ah, he's talking about you again, Laz. What can you say? Last track on the album, Sleep Awake Bay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a rocker.
Bit of a monster, isn't it?
Yeah.
He sent us the demo and we were there like, sorry, what? Like, is this where Jack decided to unleash the beast?
I think, as I said earlier on, like most of my influences, I listen to blues. I love blues music. I love Muddy Waters, I love Charlie Patton, B.B. King, all that stuff. But I listen to a lot of heavy material as well. You know, when I was a lot younger, I used to play in a band that used to cover Pantera, but that's not really what I've delivered on records. So that track mixes a sort of rocky vibe that, you know, I'm pretty well known for, the southern rock stuff, but then ends with a kind of Metallica battery type riff, and we did that live last night actually for the first time.
I think people were a bit shocked.
Yeah, it's quite funny. So really funny. I was like, fuck!
That's the point.
But you know, I think it's great. It's so much fun to play. It's one of those songs where you play it and all this fucking energy comes out. And
you feel the heaviness flow through you on stages.
Yeah.
And I think its place on the album works really well as well, as being the last track, because you sort of get into the end, you think, right, one more track to go, and then I can relax, and then
Well, the thing is, if you put it last as well, if it blows up your speakers, then you've already heard the album. So
yeah, so it doesn't matter.
So you haven't missed out.
Journey
exactly.
complete, yeah.
Well, guys, it's been absolutely fun talking about this new album. When's it due for release?
It's out on the 18th of October, and the album launch gig is 22nd of October at the Black Heart in Camden.
But people can pre-order the album now and all the various bundles and bits that go with it?
Yeah, so it's coming out on vinyl, which is a really exciting thing for me. I've never had a record on
I've
vinyl.
ordered mine.
And the artwork's done by a geezer called Aaron Gardner from a band Stone Thieves, who's a brilliant musician. He looks really cool as well, doesn't he?
And he was here last night, wasn't he, to the early hours?
He's got a really cool haircut and good choice of shoes as well. But he does really good artwork, and so to see that on vinyl is going to be quite an amazing experience.
It's very special.
And so will you be doing a headline tour of the new album next year?
In March.
Yeah.
So we're just finishing off putting that together. We're about 90% there, I think, but we're going to be doing some dates in Wales and Scotland. So I've never really gigged there before, and people have asked me to play up in Scotland in particular for a long time. So yeah, really excited about that.
Well, if the album's anything to go by, they're going to be in for a treat. There's so many tracks on there you could put on the radio, in my personal opinion. Yeah, I've listened to it all, I love it.
Fantastic. It's great, isn't
and
it?
I'm not being biased, it truly is fantastic.
Well, again, like I said, it's a pleasure for us to listen to.
Yeah.
It was just as special for me, you know.
I think collectively you've come together and created something very special here, and it deserves to be where I believe it should be, which is way up there, because it is that good. Lyrically, vocally, and you know, musically.
I think with this album I've definitely thrown everything at it, and it's one of those albums where if I don't make another album now and just sort of mosey off into the sunset, then I'll be fucking happy with what I've done.